Hi there, this is Daniel Johnson Jr. from Cincinnati, Ohio, new-media-cincinnati.com and journeyinsidemymind.com, danieljohnsonjr.com, and howIgotmyjob.com. So there's a couple of things that places you can find me over there, of course, on Twitter as well. I have a few minutes here this morning as I get ready to head out. I wanted to make sure I talk to you about New Media Cincinnati coming up here. Of course, New Media Cincinnati is on this coming Saturday, August 8th, 2009. If you're in the Cincinnati area and you want to come, make sure you have not registered, do go over to new-media-cincinnati.com right after you're done listening to this. Actually, you can do this right now as you're listening to this video. Make sure you open up a new window, of course. But new-media-cincinnati.com. Make sure you register right there at the website. There are still some spaces available for you to come. It's going to be over at the pub at Rookwood Music Inn, same place we've had it all year long. Got a lot of new people coming in there, some people that haven't been in a long time, so it's going to be a great time. The theme and the format for New Media Cincinnati, we leave a lot of time for open networking, a lot of time for people to get to know one another, some casual, just open mixing types of conversations. But people love coming to New Media Cincinnati also for some type of structured format. So with that in mind, what we're doing is we're going to retry a format that worked really well in June called Questions from a Hat. If you remember Drew Carey's Whose Line Is It Anyway, you remember they had that game called Scenes from a Hat. The audience would drop a scene, write down a scene on a piece of paper and put it into a hat before the show. The way we're going to do it this time is you're going to come in and when you fill out your name tag that shows up here, first of all, you fill out your name tag, and then we're going to have you write down your question on a small card that you can drop into probably it'll be a box or maybe it might be a hat. And then as we get to that part of the format is we're going to mix them up and I'm going to randomly draw and read off the question. And then any one of you who are coming to New Media Cincinnati can have an opportunity to answer that maybe for about a minute, maybe 2 minutes, something like that. And then maybe for some questions we might have two people, two or three people to answer the question. What kind of questions? It could be anything, but obviously this is a social media networking group, so if you have questions related to social media, some of those types of things, those would be good things. And a lot of this is really, maybe some of the questions can't necessarily be answered in 1 to 2 minutes, but it can actually be kind of ticklers, like you can kind of know who you want to go and talk to after the format is done, so you can kind of make a note of, okay, who knows, or at least it says that they know something about this, that you want more information. The format worked really well, and so we're going to have my phone's going off, reminding me I got an appointment I got to get to soon. Questions from a hat. That's that format. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. We're going to try to Ustream it again and record it for those that aren't able to come. Do try to come, though, if you're in the Cincinnati area and you can make it. Also want to say a special thank you to those who have made donations. Really, that does help out a lot. And there's for those who you can just go over to new-media-cincinnati.com. You can see what that's about it. Also there at the Eventbrite page. Things related to New Media Cincinnati. Let me just click over here and see some other thoughts that I had. Okay, so I had posted up there a blog post about, do check out the attendee list. I asked people to, when we had a group of about 12 people, it was really easy to just have everybody kind of go around and introduce themselves and tell us where they are, where they can find them, what their Twitter handle is, what they do. With the group this size that we're having now, 40, 50 people, that becomes pretty unwieldy for everybody just to sit there and pay close attention to what's going on. So I'm making sure that you kind of do that as you sign up, and if you're on Twitter, make sure you put your Twitter handle there. Write down some areas of expertise. If you signed up early, do go back and check out the attendee list. Check out the blog post over at new-media-cincinnati.com. Talks a little bit about that, because that way you can kind of see, oh, I want to make sure I talk to this person. I want to make sure I talk to these people. Kind of related to that is we want to make sure that we find somebody new. There are a lot of new people, new faces that are going to be there at New Media Cincinnati. And for those of us that have been coming for almost 2 years, it's important for us to make other people feel welcome. So with that in mind, find somebody new. Now, I don't mean to have everybody kind of swarm on one person. We don't want to necessarily have that. But if you see somebody standing by themselves and maybe feels a little bit maybe looks a little bit uncomfortable, or maybe they're just kind of standing along. Maybe go over and make sure you talk to them, get to know them, find out what they do. Maybe you can't benefit directly from what they have to offer, but at least that'll help you in your relationship building, and to just kind of know, it's like, oh, here's somebody that does this, and you know what, I think I know somebody that might be able to be a good person for you to connect with, and they're right over here, so let me go introduce you. Do some of those types of things. It's really easy for us in a group like this, since we all are friends, to continue to gravitate to our same folks, to our same friends. Let's try to mix that up a little bit this time around. It may be a little bit uncomfortable because you have your close friends, the people that you know well. It may be a little bit uncomfortable, but you know what? Just start to get I mean, everybody's coming because they have an interest in social media, so you can kind of talk about that. And say, hey, how did you find out about Twitter? You know, those kinds of questions you can just ask to kind of help to break the ice. So that's another thing I wanted to bring up. Lastly is, well, I mean, maybe not lastly, but one of the things that we noticed with the last New Media Cincinnati, second Saturday in July, and then also I've started to notice, is the group as it continues to grow, and where we are, it doesn't have a PA system. Typically for, you know, when I do run sound at church, we have people who, we kind of have a guideline is if you're going to have more than 30 people, then you need somebody to run sound so that you can have a microphone running so that the speaker's voices can be heard. We don't have that right now at the pub over at Rookwood Music. Somebody has an amplifier, has some kind of portable system that they could bring to help out with that, then that would be fantastic. That would really help out a lot for whoever's speaking, whether it's me, whether it's anybody else. I know the folks that watch on Ustream, this is something that this is a concern that they have, and Don and Vicky and others are who kind of help with the video and the audio and the Ustream. They kind of help out with that, and there's a way to manage that, but through the Ustream. But for everybody else that's here in the room, it's a little bit hard to manage. And so, with that in mind, really would like to ask if we could keep the side conversations down to a minimum when somebody is talking. Obviously, when we're doing the open networking, then it's just free for all, okay? But if there's one person speaking, if I'm speaking, or if somebody else is up there talking about something, please really try hard to make an effort to keep the side conversations down to a minimum. If you're going to have a conversation, then take it away from the main area, so that way we can give respect to the speaker and everybody else that's trying to listen to the speaker. I think that sounds fair, doesn't it? So with that in mind, for New Media Cincinnati, and I actually had a series of blog posts that I wanted to do, but I don't have time because I got to get to an appointment this morning. Kind of see, I got the tie on and stuff. But so I thought I'd do is I record this video. Hopefully, feel free to make sure if it goes when this goes out, please help to comment on it and spread it around. Thank you so much for coming to New Media Cincinnati. Do check out howigotmyjob.com and tell your friends about it. Write it on bathroom walls. That's a message that people need to hear right now. Not the writing on bathroom walls, but the message of the program. I don't have anything else really to say. I'm going to a job expo. I'm helping to volunteer this morning for the Job Search Focus Group. Jobsearchfocusgroup.com is the website, and so we have a booth over there, and we're going to tell people about what the Job Search Focus Group is about. And who knows, maybe I might meet a contact that could lead to my next job. I'm hoping for something like that. Thanks so much, everybody. Again, it's been great talking to you this morning. If you have any questions, do get in touch. And for now, this is Daniel Johnson Jr. saying, make it a great day.